Everybody, welcome to today's video. Today we are talking about understanding and managing tantrums in children ages 0 to 5. We're going to be looking at it through two connected lenses, the social emotional learning lens, or SEL, and polyvagal theory. SEL focuses on how kids learn to understand and manage their emotions, build relationships, and make good choices, where polyvagal theory helps us understand how the nervous system reacts to stress and what kids need to feel safe again. When we combine these two lenses, we can better support children during emotional outbursts while also building long-term emotional skills. So what is polyvagal theory? Polyvagal theory explains how our nervous system reacts to stress. Think of it like three settings: calm and connected, fight or flight, and shut down. When kids feel safe, their brain is ready to learn and connect. When they feel threatened, they go into fight or flight, and that can look like yelling, hitting, or running away. If stress gets too big, they might shut down, become silent, or withdrawn. It's our job to help them return to that calm and connected state through co-regulation. Dr. Dan Siegel uses the term flipping your lid to explain what happens when emotions take over. So imagine your brain is like your hand. The thumb is folded in, and the thumb and the wrist represent your brain stem and your survival brain. The fingers represent your thinking and feeling brain. So the brain works best when the top of your brain is working with the bottom of your brain. Now what happens when a child enters a tantrum is that lid gets flipped and they're no longer being run by the thinking brain. The survival brain has taken over. So that's why when we're mid-tantrum, there's no use trying to reason with a child. They're not able to right now because their brain has exited thinking mode that is offline. What we need to do as parents is to help calm the child so we can get the thinking brain and the survival brain working together again. So before you can help your child calm down, you yourself have to be calm first. If you jump in while you're stressed or angry, you're going to feed off of each other's emotions, and it's not going to be as productive. So take a moment to pause, breathe deeply, and lower your own heart rate. In social emotional learning, children learn regulation by watching how you handle your feelings. And through the polyvagal lens, your steady, calm body language signals safety to your child's nervous system. When they sense that you're in control, it helps them shift out of fight or flight and start to be able to relax. The next thing we want to do is validating the feelings. So instead of telling your child to stop crying or calm down, describe what you see. You're frustrated because the game ended. You're sad about leaving the park. This helps them to connect the physical feeling in their body to the right words. SEL calls this building emotional vocabulary and self-awareness. Polyvagal theory tells us that feeling understood helps the body leave a defensive state. This doesn't mean you agree with their behavior or that you have to justify their behavior. It means that you're helping them label their emotions so they can learn to manage them better over time. When your child is melting down, they're reading every single signal from you. Your voice, your face, your posture. What's going to help here is lowering your voice, softening your expression, and slowing your speech. This is co-regulation. They borrow your calm until they can find their own. In polyvagal theory, your safe tone and facial cues trigger the social engagement system, telling their body that it's safe to relax. Staying steady helps them to trust that you are in control even when their emotions feel out of control. Giving a child a choice in the middle of a tantrum may seem small, but it's actually really powerful. So, do you want to sit on the couch or on your bed? This gives them control over something safe. From an SEL perspective, making choices builds problem solving and confidence. In polyvagal terms, it moves them towards regulation by removing the feeling of being trapped. This simple tool can quickly lower resistance and help you both move forward without a battle. It can also be helpful to have a safe calm down space. So have a spot in your home where your child can go when they're overwhelmed. Not as a punishment, and using it as a punishment will defeat the purpose, but as a place to feel safe. So stock it with things that they find soothing. So a stuffed animal, a soft blanket, or a picture book. SEL focuses on teaching self-soothing skills, and polyvagal theory shows that a calm, sensory-friendly environment can help the nervous system shift back into balance. Over time, kids will learn to go there on their own before their emotions boil over. So once the storm has passed, the brain is no longer in a flipped lid state. We are back to thinking and survival brain working together. We can now have a conversation about it. So keep it simple. We are talking about little kids here, right? So you were upset earlier. What helped you to feel better? Or maybe for a littler kid, like a 2-year-old, maybe you did a good job calming yourself down with your stuffy. Keep it simple so that way they can understand the point you're trying to get across. But this helps your child to connect the dots between feelings, actions, and solutions. SEL sees this as building emotional insight and problem solving. In polyvagal terms, once the stress is over, the brain is ready to process and learn from the experience. These conversations make it more likely that your child will handle similar situations better next time. So while tantrums are inevitable, there are some things that can prevent or reduce the number of tantrums each day. So one thing is predictable daily routines. Regular meal times, naps, and clear transitions lower stress for both the kids and the parents. SEL emphasizes routines as a way to create emotional security, and polyvagal theory explains that predictability keeps the nervous system steady instead of on high alert. When children know what's coming, they don't have to fight or control as often, which means fewer meltdowns. We also want to notice the good moments. So don't only talk to your child about what went wrong. Notice when they handle a situation well and tell them, "You waited so patiently in line. You did a good job calming yourself down with your coping skills." This reinforces the behavior that you want to see. SEL uses positive reinforcements to build emotional skills and self-esteem, and in polyvagal terms, moments of connection strengthen the systems that keep us calm and engaged. Over time, this means more cooperation and fewer emotional blow-ups. Now, key takeaways here. Tantrums are a part of normal development. Your goal is to guide, not stop the process. Stay calm so your child can calm faster. If they flip their lid, focus on calming first, talking later. Name feelings, show understanding, and keep limits clear. Teach skills when they're calm and not in the middle of the storm. Be consistent so they feel secure. And remember, they learn most by watching how you handle your own emotions. So we also have some great local resources. First 5 Calaveras, the resource connection, getting you connected to things like childcare or access to basic needs. California WIC, so getting nutrition needs met. We also have here, it is a webinar, so it's an instructional learning video about tantrums. It's a really great resource. Check it out if you have the time. And another video educating parents on tantrums and how to help that through PBS. There's also Head Start California for early learning, Nexus Youth and Family Services through our Heart Smart Kids program and our PC Care program where we serve our littles. And if you need additional supports in Calaveras County, the Calaveras County Behavioral Health, and Amador County, the Amador County Behavioral Health. That provides resources for kids and adults. We also have a couple surveys, so take a minute to scan these codes, fill out a survey, give us some feedback. We'd super appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You can find us on all sorts of social media, and we will see you for the next video.